Welcome aboard with the amazing sip of tea to start off our evening. And people are playing with fire, and we're having a great day. So, awesome. So, guys.
It is awesome.
Overlay.
Yeah, I spent some time fixing the overlay, making it not totally terrible, so it can look like that during it, and it can look like this. Oh,
What are you talking about? I don't see anything, huh?
Yeah, you don't see that.
Name.
There
Oh,
you go.
whoa.
Huh? I want to see the O and WoW. What are you looking at?
You'd have to look at it in Twitch. Anyways, I did new overlays. It's interesting to see where people like to put their cameras, and then when I trim them, it makes them really interesting.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, mine's based on where my computer is.
Okay, I'm going to Twitch. Jeez.
And he says he doesn't like to look at himself.
Yeah. Must look at self.
Okay, so last week. Do we remember what happened last week? We started with people in the walls and then got scary, I believe.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I mean, Zatal, being the badass fighter, he just took out everybody, and that was pretty much how it started.
That's how I remember it.
Yeah,
set up an ambush, and
Yeah, you totally rolled an amazing, awesome failure on setting up an ambush. And we're only saved in the nick of time by a human falling from a ceiling. It was truly impressive strategic work on your front.
yeah, that was all part of the plan.
And then we docked at a funny angle.
Yeah, we scooped the shuttles that for some reason were released from the station. We don't really know why.
They were jettisoned.
So we scooped them up and then docked.
And then you went to explore a station.
And I totally successfully hacked the computer and got the map of the station.
Did you?
Yes.
I forgot that.
No,
I did get the map, but it didn't
totally
require any
public.
hacking.
I was going to say. Remember a failure somewhere? No.
If you want to hack the station or something, the best way to do it is to hack through a dude who's there. You hack through the person, and then you're
You
good.
hack through the person?
Yeah, because a person has a comm system that you can...
And then we heard noise in one direction, so we bravely went the other direction. And broke into some offices.
Smartly went in the other direction.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Like Brave Sir Robin.
That's right.
Like
And yeah, there was weird, creepy stuff in the humans' room, of course, because humans are weird and creepy. And then
Yes, there was creepy writing on the wall that told you to get out,
Oh,
or
that's
told someone to
right.
get out. And then there was some other creepy shit going on that was creepy. And it was kind of Halloween-y. Just a little bit.
Oh yeah, with the.
It was creepy Halloween.
Yes, indeed.
And then we went to the computer core, and it was leaking
It was
bad. What is it called? Zero space or whatever.
Well,
Everywhere.
what it is the technology that you guys are using is mostly like pretty much software written on space time itself, right? So you take the fabric universe and you do, gravitational slight changes to it, and that's how you write software that runs everything. Well, when you have a giant reactor that's drawing power out of space-time, like aboard your ship or something like this, and something very bizarre happened to it, so it was just basically causing like a big field of what you would use as blaster fire if you shot somebody. So Audie bravely ran through that shit and managed not to get murder killed. It was good.
Yeah, my groin tingles a bit from the
Save the day.
radiation.
Yes.
Our hero.
That was
So,
fun.
from any of this, did we have encounters with new factions? Not yet. I don't think you guys know anybody new. Did you guys gain any contacts? You did meet somebody, a guy named Minha. I think Audie made an impression on him. He could probably add him as an adversary contact if he wanted.
The AI?
No, the
Oh,
guy
who
you
was
The guy in cryo freeze now.
the guy you jumped on top of and stabbed in the ship, who was
The
crawling
captain.
around inside your walls.
Oh, right. That's right. That's right. Yep.
If you don't
Yeah.
already have him, I think Zatal might already have him as a contact, as an adversary.
No, I put Rainier. He was like the last guy we captured
Other guy. Yeah.
down.
Yeah, you
What,
could
how do you
probably
spell
put
his
him
name?
as well. His name
Okay.
I will put in here if you wish. I don't think you've really interacted with him very much, so his name is this.
They're humans, right?
Yeah, this is a human.
Yeah. I try to limit my interaction to one human.
Okay.
Yeah, one human at a time.
Yeah.
Makes sense. They're dangerous
Kinda gross.
individuals. And so, if you do have a contact with a group, that is an adversary, as this fellow would be, the association with that group, which is the Marquis de Roux, should be at 2.
And I was already at 2.
It is? Okay.
So yours is at 2 now as well, because you've learned a lot about them, and they will remember you.
Is this individual a faction or under local, not local credits, right? Faction.
It's under association social connections is where you would put Marquis de Roux, and under contacts you would put Minhaj.
Under context. Gotcha.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
right next to that. It might not have anything in it, because I don't think you knew a lot of people.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
So now you do.
Audie doesn't like people.
So if you press add on that, and then you can fill it in.
Got it.
There you go.
Acquaintance, right? No, I'm just kidding. Adversary.
He's an adversary. If he's an acquaintance, you only get 1, so you're just basically marking them down. And then in the end, put in the fact that it's Marquis de Roux, so you remember that.
Okay. What?
In that last slot above the modify button.
Sorry, in the last slot, put what now? Marquis de Roux?
Yeah. Just so you know what he's involved with, so you know why you have 2 points in Marquis de Roux. Because the only reason you can have more than 1 die in an association is due to contacts.
Gotcha.
So if the contacts are a really big deal, it can get up to 3. Otherwise, it's a 2.
Gotcha.
So recording all the peoples you know kind of
Mhm.
matters in this game.
Makes sense.
So we did a
'Cause
bunch
he's not dead yet, right? Is he still alive?
No, you
why-
guys, yeah. He'll probably come, he might come in useful or interesting if he escapes or you have to deal with prison people or any of that sort of stuff.
What do you mean if he escapes? What are you talking about?
Well, he's in cryo right now, so it shouldn't be a big deal, but.
Yeah. Unless
Okay,
somebody
so-
rolls back.
Essential contact? No. Okay, so achievements. Did you guys cause any turmoil? No. You're kind of. Did you guys pursue any risks for your drives? We got 2 with curiosity still, right? Did you guys get any? Did you guys? You did some stupid shit for. I think you guys both did. I remember you
Yes.
guys saying specific. Oh, I'm really curious about this repeatedly. It was telling. And Noob Deep, did you do anything to seize the fun of excitement of being a
Nah.
space explorer?
I don't think so, not this time.
No? Okay.
Didn't get to ram into anybody.
No.
You did
Not-
scoop a bunch of ships. Into
Yeah,
the
you did.
You know, I feel like that,
Yeah.
that's same as the previous session. I don't think excitement should be triggered by doing the same thing.
Okay. Resolve. Did you resolve any social bonds? This is where you remove contacts from your list, and this usually happens when you defeat them in combat or something, or just leave a station and decide never to see someone again, or break off a relationship or whatever. So, no. Victory. Did you complete any of your contract terms? Let's look at your contract sheet. Everybody, bring.
So, did I mean, I have Rainier on here, but we turned him over.
You
I have him
could
listed
say,
as a contact.
yeah, you could say, but you put
But
him
I think
on
that
that
was-
same line. If you want to get rid of him because you're never going to deal with him, you totally can. It does decrease your association, though. If you think that he's going to be an interesting person that you're going to be dealing with in the future because the Marquis de Roux is a big deal still, then keep him. It's kind of up to you.
Yeah, I'll just keep it around.
It's to kind of show me who you're interested in as well, and I kind of push you to take them in early in the beginning, and then after this, once it all gets really pumping, you get a couple more than one contract going, it'll start becoming much more fluid. I hope that's the plan. Anyway, so you guys did not finish, unfortunately, dealing with the underwater research facility yet. So I do not think you got that, and you didn't breach any contract. So finally, the last and final part of this, let's go back to the campaign setting, is training. So you guys all get one charge plus any of them that you just got now. So if you didn't, so make sure you take your base one increase. Remember, you can put these on the ship if you would rather, if you're, say, maxed. I do not know what's going on with yours, Adi. I don't know why you have two. That's not even possible.
I already put one from the Curiosity. I had one.
There's a bug. Every time you increase your charge from 1 to 2,
yeah,
your capacity goes down to 2.
Huh.
Oh, I bet
it's been happening every week.
I suspect I know what's happening there. Because I looked at them and they looked fine, but if the charge happens to be named the same as the capacity, it might have that issue. There, I just go down on the tolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just saw it happen as
Are
I
you
was
sure you're not
changing the
clicking
chart.
on it? Just above?
Absolutely. I could be doing that, but... Oh, that's
don't
probably...
You have 7 charge.
Oh, no, it's totally... I'm missing. That's what it is. If you're not completely accurate on clicking that little tiny arrow...
Oh, we just need a little bit more room between.
Yeah, I'll put a space in there on the next version. I'll just... it's pretty easy for me just to put a break point in there and move it all down one.
What could just put your capacity?
I could put overcharge just next and then charge at the bottom. Give them all a little more space. Because there's space there to do it with. That's fine. I can fix that. So just watch them. I'm slightly worried that some of you have less capacity than you should have started with. Because I know some of you had it. So why am I seeing 5 charges on Noob Deebs? Oh, now it's back down to 2.
What?
I saw it at 7 and at 5. I saw the tolls at 7. Anyways. Cool.
Well,
Anyways.
I was just messing with it to try and recreate the glitch.
You're trying to recreate the bug. Cool. Yeah, we're nerds. Okay, so now you can do some training. Remember how that works is you can move any trained, which is the second die on the skill, not on the specialty, to another one if you wish. And simultaneously, you can also move one of your specialties anywhere within the same department.
Right.
So Adi could switch from history to linguistics or from history to performance if he wanted. As an example.
We need some more hacking on this team.
Yes, you could move your archaic technology mechatronics to hacking if you wished.
Oh, you can
yeah, within department. Your department's engineering.
Transfer.
You can move your specialties anywhere within a department. So it's pretty much you're putting your scientific... It's to kind of reflect what you're kind of doing during the sessions and during practice and stuff.
Right.
You're spending more time doing one thing than another.
Can you run down what hack, trace, and code, kind of what tasks those are each for?
Yeah, so inscription is pretty much the skill to inscribe what called constructs on space-time. So your gear is made of inscribed constructs. So it has a bunch of nodes that loop around the 0-point energy in certain ways and stuff to make different stuff. And that would look like a flow chart or circuit boards or something if you looked at it directly, with the tools when you're inscribing it. So you're inscribing code you're making new ones of those. So if you're going to make something or do a project or anything like that, hacking is going in and trying to find faults in something and crack into the software. And tracing is kind of a larger area one. You understand these networks and how they work, and you can detect where they are. So say people are hidden in an area, and you could ping their comm units and figure out where they are in the room in general. You usually can't pinpoint them perfectly. It's also, you can find their like their web address, their ISN or whatever it's called. So you can you can't really hack someone until you know where they are. And so sometimes you may have to do this. If you can see them, you know where they are pretty easily. If they're in the same zone you are, because unlike most of the maps, they're just like zones and then regions. Regions are like buildings on a way scale, and zones are like small areas that you could do melee combat in. And then, but when you're doing hacking, you have an interior area around the size of a starship. And that's based on easy fold distances and stuff like that. And that area is called SDV, which is Standard Displacement Volume. And there's a tighter area on the inside of that where your personal network tends to be. And then on the outside of that, you can only communicate by doing tachyons, and so it's a little bit harder. So if you want to detect someone within tachyon range, there's millions of people. In a big system, there could be billions and billions and billions of people. Finding them is difficult. So you're searching around and doing a trace that way. If someone's within the starship, it's a lot easier to find them and that sort of thing. But you still need to know where they are if you're going to key their network and find them and stuff. That's the standard Wi-Fi search, except instead of broadcasting where you are exactly all the time, most people don't. And even if they do, because they're perfectly law-abiding citizens and stuff, they still play there tons of them at tachyon range, or they're moving around in physical space and makes it difficult. You have a certain amount of security that way. Stuff that we consider kind of standard access nowadays would be considered ridiculous. Like, you wouldn't do it in the future. Like, next week we probably won't be doing some of the Wi-Fi shit we're doing right now. So, it's kind of like that. You can picture it on a Wi-Fi network. So, hacking, if you want to hack something to break into it, that's hacking. If you want to code something to make something new. Like, if you want to make a bomb that you can set off using your comm system, you would use code. If you want to try to attack someone via electronic warfare, as we currently
something
call it,
already existing or something like
that. That's hacking. So you can go in there and you can attack them. You can actually do damage. You can do all three types. Like, you can do, if you do integrity damage, you're basically going to be trying to shut down their systems and stuff. Armor can't absorb that either, so it's actually kind of dangerous. But you can't actually kill someone that way. So it's kind of buttressed on both sides. And that's over-explaining. I will try not to do any more of that tonight.
No, that's good.
But I did share with you a player's guide that explains all the basic rules and stuff, and some of that's in there. But it probably doesn't have the skill things because that's in the crew section. I should add that to that. There's a crew life section that has all the gear and everything in it. I should probably add that to that document.
Oh, yeah.
Most of this document is done. I just got 3 more major things to do, and then I'll have a pre-release version of the game going. So, which is why we're doing this. Okay. Does anyone need to do any more training, or you can do 2 of those things? You can move 1 trained skill and 1 specialty.
So because it doesn't seem like we're going to be astro navigating anytime soon. I'd move that point into hack.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
What is the difference between rolling melee and martial arts?
Martial arts is punching, melee is using equipment.
Ah, gotcha.
It's stabbing. So yes, melee is in some ways a lot more useful, but martial arts can come in real handy at times. Especially if you don't want to be murder killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, our weapon does not do stun. Stun is not a thing. There's no stun setting. If you want to knock somebody out with gear, you have to take your biochem kit and drug them.
Whatever, my weapon does stun, bro. I just turn it around and then I hit him with the end. Just kidding.
In reality, that doesn't either.
I know.
But yes, we're
What do
kind
you-
of good with that
course-
sort of thing in the game. So
I'm going to. I want to. It seems like that we should be able to trade off if we actually like attempted that thing.
you can
less,
excuse it any way you want. I mean,
Okay. All right.
but it's a general mechanic to allow flexibility amongst the crew.
Yeah. That's
And
cool.
it kind of makes sense. I mean, this is your natural learning. There's no
Mhm.
natural learning in the game. You can't just learn to do something.
Sure.
You can learn languages. That's the closest we have to learning something. But you can't learn accounting. It's impossible. If you want to increase your accounting without decreasing another specialty in communications, you
Right.
have to spend points on it and basically give yourself like an upgrade,
Right.
which increases your upkeep. So every time you're damaged, it costs you more to fix yourself.
And then I was going to ask about the charge capacity. What determines the capacity?
Capacity, you got that during when you started your character. Basically,
Okay.
you upgrade capacity the same way you upgrade any of the mods on your other gear.
Okay.
So if you're going to upgrade your scanner for survey sensors or depth analyzer, you could also just upgrade your reactor for capacity.
Okay. Got it. Well,
And it
I
starts.
should-
It should start at 3 for everyone. I think at least Noob Deeb actually had 4. At least. We might need to count his stuff.
You're muted.
I think I'm going to take one out of my archaic vehicle. I just think it would be so cool, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Maybe not today. You're gonna go down there's like an ancient alien archaic minecart needs to be driven. Who's driving? We're like, fuck!
Should I keep it? Oh,
we'll
man.
give you all the ancient alien secrets. You just have to beat us in a bicycle race.
I'll keep it.
You don't have to get two in that. You have 2 in that and 1 in pilot.
I just thought it, and I'm like, damn, that sounds awesome. I don't know.
You really should move some points out of that into something you might use today, but that's
yeah,
fine.
that's what I'm
Just-
thinking. I'm going to move it into.
Literally any of these other things would probably be more useful.
Literally
to
anything.
the space station.
I'll do. I'm thinking either insight. No, not insight. Survey.
Survey makes sense.
Yep.
Architecture makes sense. Martial or melee makes sense.
Yeah, melee does make sense.
Alertness makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Am I frozen? I'm gonna do melee, leisure domain. I'm gonna do melee. Bam. And then how do I take it off again?
Just click on the number 1.
There we go.
There you go. Okay, everyone else figure out what they need to do? Okay, got lots of nods. Let's get it going on. So, last time we saw you, where were you? I look at my paper map because I never made one of these on the thing. You were back in the material labs, standing before a door and trying to figure out what was inside the cargo bay on the other side, I believe. Is that not where we were? Because it just came out of the reactor room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you went back up the stairs
Yeah,
to
was
the
there-
material labs? Or were you still in the reactor room?
No, there was something. Didn't something happen in the cargo bay that?
Still in the reactor room.
No, you talked to the AI in the reactor room, who's super low powered now, or tried
That's-
to.
Right, and he gave us a cold shoulder.
Yeah, you shut it down when you tried to access it. It locked you out. I
Yeah.
remember that. You had this big red, where it used to be the AI pick that was up.
Right.
It just went red and locked you out because you failed.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Was
what
it
do you guys want to
temporal-
do? So, you're in a reactor room. Sorry?
Wasn't there temporal rift or something like that?
This is not.
Yeah, that you guys said there was an overloading reactor that was causing basically a big
right,
ripple in space-time that was super dangerous, and Audie just went, "I'll run through it with my flesh and stuff," and managed to shut it down. And you basically are at the bottom of some deep stairs in a much darker reactor room than before. And above you is the material labs you're in, and this is pretty much a dead end because it's a reactor. What do you want to do?
Can you show us the map?
Yeah, I didn't put the map in here. So pretty much, I should have drawn this. I should have put it on here, but I spent much time doing other things. You are in this reactor room right over there.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like it's backwards to me. Reactor room right here, and then here, and then there's supposed to be a cargo bay here. And you got this general map of the facility. Is it all mirrored for you guys too?
And
no.
no, it's cool.
Cool.
It's okay.
I'm glad it's not mirrored for you. It's mirrored for me. It looks really weird.
Oh, it's weird. Did we? That office was locked, right? One of them was that we couldn't get into, or did we got into it?
No, you guys got into all the offices, and then you went through you went into the material labs, and there was just tons of like big pieces of stone and metal and hull pieces, right. And you found stuff from the other location that you'd come from before, and stuff like that. And this is pretty much where they're storing most of the standard artifact stuff. You see, it's almost all like technological artifacts and that sort of thing.
All right. Well, should we locate the column beacons first?
What?
Someone needs to hack the system.
You locked the guys out of that system. It's going to be really hard to get in now. Remember, you tried to access it and locked yourself out.
Damn it, Captain!
What's the little unlabeled circle in the middle of the map?
That was the reactor room that you're currently in.
Oh, okay, that's the reactor room.
Yeah.
I
mean, I could pull up and draw this horseshoe out so you guys can see it.
Did you take a screen cap?
No. I did. Yeah.
Nice. That's smart.
You should put it on a new page. I'll give you a new page and put it on there.
I don't. Unless you want to make me a GM, I don't think I can put the picture on there.
Really? Most people can draw.
Oh, just redraw it?
No, you don't have to redraw it. You can't just add a picture? Like paste? Right-click, paste?
Well, I'll try.
If not, I'll do that, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think only the GM can paste pictures.
Okay. I will draw this quickly then.
Take a picture on your phone. Send it to yourself on Discord.
Or just draw a bunch of boxes.
There you go. I mean, we don't.
Can you fill with a different?
Was this the scale? Come on.
It's not to scale. It doesn't matter. Come on. Draw a shape. There you go. Okay, so... do you know how to do that instant copy? It's not Alt. Or is it just simply you have to...
You can copy stuff. You have to switch from the draw tool back to the select tool, and then select something.
Such a pain
and
in the butt.
Then you should be able to just...
You can't just hold down Alt, eh? That would be nice. But if you copy something once, you can just copy it a million times after that.
Yes.
Oh, wow, this sheet's a lot smaller than I thought. Okay, let's make everything smaller then. Okay, so this was the ready room that you were in originally. I will label them later. you guys have gone into... Are you guys seeing this page? Or am I talking
No, I see.
out of my butt?
A little bit of both.
Yay, you can write, though. That's cool.
That's cool.
And I need to do a hallway there, but we'll do that later.
What was that? It was the computer core?
That is the reactor room. It's in the center there.
Vomitorium.
Somebody thinks he's funny. Well, I have news for you, sir. I have news for you. 1, 2. This place is pretty symmetrical.
Everybody on Twitch is like, this is gripping, great gameplay.
Isn't it? Isn't it the most gripping gameplay you've ever seen?
All the people on Twitch, yeah. Good.
Our great amount of fans are probably really into this.
Who knows? People might go back and watch them.
They might once we're big and popular.
Yeah.
And so between the mat labs and the reactor lab is a stairwell, which I have no idea how I'm going to make happen. Guess I'll
the mat labs in the reactor room.
Skinny ass shape.
Just put a line.
It keeps getting rid of my background every single time I do something else. It's kind of irritating.
Does it have like a option where you can just draw like MS Paint or something like?
You can bring stuff in, but which I would normally do, but I didn't think this facility would require such a thing. Also, having gotten to the whole making a...
Doesn't want us to see his deeds.
I don't know what he's doing, man.
Yeah, that's getting better. Now we wonder.
Okay, and in the center here is, you don't have a map of, but I will give you a little bit of a taste. Unless I fuck it up, because it's one of the weirdest things about drawing in this program.
What is?
Well, it's a bit funny for... You have to change tools like in between. You can't use the same tool to kind of grab onto the tool. It starts drawing a new thing right away.
So weird.
Okay.
Whoa. Now you're getting crazy.
I know, like that. It's almost pictorial. Okay, cool. So, and this one that you first entered is, that's kind of like it's outside the ready room. It's like the big, this is a series of ready rooms, and this is pretty much like situations room. So that's why I didn't write it down before.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, our friend's still there. He's just,
cool.
He's got someone in the background. Okay, cool. So that's what we're looking at, and you guys need to figure out where you want to go. You are currently right there.
Yeah, I think I remember searching, and there wasn't anything else to be found in there.
Yeah, I think we just keep going around the circle, head to the cargo. Cargo bay.
Guess so.
Okay. So, the material labs, as you remember, you go back up the stairs, and things look pretty much the same as when you left them. The room is full of paper labeled artifacts. There were some rare, like, more ones that are actually just pieces of hull plating and stuff that are labeled normally with little holographic tags and stuff. But some of the more interesting things have little, like, basically like tape and pen written on them, which is kind of
Archaic.
But you guys realized why that was happening before, so. I'm being pinged at.
New D's gonna scan the next room.
Okay, go ahead, man. So, scanning that room, difficulty, let's look that up. What would that be? I think we discussed that normally was about 5, right? Because of the doors.
Lead doors.
Okay, so it's normally 4 or 5, but we're going to double check. Oh yes, okay.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, so roll against 5 for this one. Yeah. New deep.
Nice.
Okay. So you can see you basically see the room in general through the doorway. You can tell that it's full of a lot of different crates of general supplies and stuff, you suspect. You can really just tell that they're crates. It's just a ton of crates, and there is a group of people, a group of 3 people standing over next to a door on the far side that leads up to the collection temple access, or the spire access building up at the top. You've been alerted.
Ping.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Parlay. We move into the cargo. We should stealthily move into the cargo, try to assess if they're friend or foe.
That will be quite difficult, as there is a large and giant, pretty much kind of airlock style door.
Okay.
Like a big, huge door that goes
There's got to be
between
ducts.
the cargo bay
Every
and the
facility
material.
has ducts. Whack, whack.
As you learned and board your ship before, you can get in between the walls. It's very, very tight.
It's tight,
and,
yeah. Okay.
There is basically should be, even at a facility of this kind of technology, it's actually a pretty high-tech facility, there would be bio materials kind of running through all the walls.
So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to one of the offices and find one of the scientists' lab coats and and disguise myself as a scientist. Because
Okay.
they won't know. They won't know.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Can I find one? Was that something that was around, or?
Yeah. At least one of the
Do
offices.
they wear lab coats?
Yeah, they have full. You actually find a full set of like lab clothes there. So you take off your EVA suit.
Oh fuck that! No, I'm just kidding.
And your ship suit.
Yeah.
And put on this disguise.
That's got to at least take like 5 rounds to do, right?
No, it's pretty quick.
Okay.
The suit kind of just opens up.
Oh.
And then it kind of forms into a large box that you can technically wear on your back. It's real fucking obvious and a huge pain in the ass. And your ship suit does kind of compress a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you just basically the suit can draw the air out of it if you keep, basically tell your EVA suit to keep the ship suit, which is the little like Star Trek uniform or whatever on the inside.
Right. The Lycra.
Yeah, but your EVA suit will be really obvious, and it's obvious it isn't like a mining suit or something, because
So if I bring it with me, it's like not it's not worth being in disguise. Though.
yeah, exactly. You probably leave it with a toll or something.
I don't know that the disguise is that great an idea to begin with.
Captain, what do you think? Can you roll to see if this looks good or not? Because I don't have a...
No, you will roll when you try to impersonate someone with your performance skill, and you'll get advantage for having their gear and all that sort of stuff.
Good thing I put a die into that one this time around.
But you'll roll that when you deal with the people, so what are you going to do? Tell me what you're going to do, and we'll roll when it comes time to roll.
Okay.
I love the fact you're not the social character doing this. It's the best thing ever.
I'm trying to inspire the others. Does anybody else want to? No? Okay.
I'm not taking off my armor. That's for damn sure.
Does the scan just tells us like there are 3 people in there? We don't know what they're wearing, what they look like, any of that kind of stuff, right?
He rolled a minimal success, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
1s and 2s are the same thing. If he rolled a 3, you'd probably have full details on them, but he did not.
Okay, this could be bad. I think I'm rethinking it. It was a rash decision.
You just like playing dress up. You couldn't help yourself.
It's true. Well, I'm taking this with me. That's
okay. So you can put on your archaic list if you want. On your sheet, there's room for you can just write in.
Lab gear or lab.
Yeah,
gear.
go XMI Aquatic Center Lab outfit or something.
Okay, that would be under.
At the bottom of your character sheet, this should be
archaic tools.
Yeah.
What is it called again?
Just it would be lab gear XMI Aquatic Facility.
Okay. XMI.
Just because if you decided to disguise yourself as a, I don't know, somebody from a different lab, your gear wouldn't be as useful. You'd have to do some sort of project or something to make it look like
Oh, yeah. I can totally
a
do that.
different lab. So we just need to know where it's from for that reason.
Gotcha. And I should have Marquis Rue. Well, I don't know if I have that. We did take that guy's Marquis Rue uniform.
Did you?
His armband. I thought I had mentioned that I wanted.
All right, put it down then. Just add that. You got a space. You can write all sorts of notes and crazy things in there if you want. There's a notes section, I think, somewhere on one of the sheets.
I attack with my additional notes.
Haha,
See that
additional
doesn't-
notes.
Cool. Okay,
It is the most bulky of equipment. Okay, so you go. Are you actually putting this on, or you just go get it and then you start talking to the captain and he gives you that look with his octopusy face, and you're just like, okay, fine.
And
What?
Nadine and the captain share
Alright.
a look and say something under their breath about humans again.
But there weren't just human doctors. There was.
Yeah, other people could have done this, but you're the one who decided to.
Yeah, we're specifically talking about you.
Yeah, no, great.
Yes, it's particularly you that.
Who does he think he's fooling? He smells exactly the same.
I mean, when he did put it on, he did smell a little bit more like a lab tech.
Yeah, not enough.
Yeah. Jeez.
Now my camera's all. Alright, what's going on?
It looks fine to me.
It's because your background is better lit than your face.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
don't have
been
light
blown
over
it out.
because I'm in my little Harry Potter under the stairs.
Oh, is that where you are? Nice.
Yeah, I'm under my stairs.
See,
Nice.
so what I did for that is you got to get one of these lamps. I bought this crappy lamp at Costco, and it's got this up thing, and I put it behind the
lamp.
monitors. You put it behind the monitors, and then it front lights you.
Mhm.
I guess I could.
That's what I went to film school for. There you go. All comes together.
Yeah.
I bet if I just keep it on a
Circle.
white page, my monitor will do the trick.
You put on a really bright
Oh, wait,
Windows background.
It's my iPhone.
It's fine, dude. You're pretty. We all see you.
There.
There we are.
Okay, cool. So, what are you guys actually going to do now that you started futzing around with people's own underwear and such, shoddy?
Like, you don't think that's a good idea? Well, who else? Do you guys got any other grand ideas?
Well, if there's no chance of catching them by surprise, I suppose we open the door and yell in there.
You could attempt to open the door really, really quietly. It would be difficult.
What
Just crack it.
kind of task would that?
That would be a mechanics task.
That's me.
Hey, that's
Go for
Seems
speed
at least-
instead of stealth.
Or you could rush in there as quickly as you
Yeah.
can, which probably, I mean, if you're trying to catch up to them before they can
Guns
do
blazing.
anything,
Shock and awe.
athletics to
That
rush over
sounds-
there at high speeds.
that sounds good to me.
Predictable thing to do.
Or you could just walk in and see what they do.
Yeah.
Just walk in and act. Let's just walk in and act like we're supposed to be there, and just ignore them. And,
Yeah, pretend like you're giving us a tour.
like we're taking inventory. Yeah, like we're taking.
And over here, you can see our cargo bay.
It's getting more and more clear to me why I was made captain of this crew.
I know.
It's getting clear to me why you should suck it up and be captain of the crew and tell them what you want to do, Captain.
I'm gonna
We
do
are
something
either
different.
opening the door and shouting into them, or we're rushing in quickly to get the jump on them. I think strolling in slowly is, yeah.
I bet
It's
if
the
I
worst
take
of
off
all
my
options.
clothes and go in, they'll be
Just in awe.
confused. Yeah, or in awe. There you go. You guys can jump them, sneak up behind and backstab.
Yes, I'm sure that will all work wonderfully.
So
what are you actually
I say we rush them, and hopefully we can assess who the heck they are as we rush them, and we don't accidentally kill a bunch of civilians.
Okay, cool. So, you guys breach the door, I suppose?
Set my bullets to stun.
Set your bullets to stun. Yeah, that's a thing that it can be done somewhere, I'm sure. So you guys kind of rush. You open the door. It's the left of the room, and door bangs open, and you're just rushing in. Who's at the forefront? Who's at the front of this charge? It is a large door, so you could kind of go 2 by 2 if you want. Yeah.
I'll go next to him. Let's
Okay,
pretend
so
like we're rushing.
You guys are in Cylon formation then.
The what formation?
Nobody's seen Battlestar Galactica except me. Okay.
Oh,
I've
no,
seen
I
Battlestar Galactica.
did.
Who hasn't seen Battlestar Galactica?
The Cylon ships have 2 people in the front and 1 guy at the back.
Oh, I did not know that. I mean, I'm
Like that's
This is a long
was
time
how
ago.
everyone sat in there. I have no idea why there are 3 Cylons in every ship. Anything. Paranoid had a great idea of why that was. The back guy, it was demanding the beer cooler.
Okay.
Literally, look at the paranoid expansion of space. Anywho. So yes, you're going in. They basically reverse echelon formation, i.e., the upside down triangle, or the Cylon formation. Okay, so you guys rush on in.
The ass kicking formation.
As you move towards these guys, you need to probably evaluate who they are, or are you just going to engage them in combat right away?
No, we're trying to
I'm just kicking right
identify
for the groin.
Okay, so they're basically looking up towards you. If you guys want to judge super quickly, like this quickly, like without losing any time, who these guys are, basically you're going to need to roll as you run across. One of you will need to roll some dices.
So what are we rolling?
That would be insight.
Insight. That's a captain's job.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'll
worried.
do that.
You can all roll this if you want.
I won't be determining who they are. I'll be trying to make sure they sit still and don't
Yeah.
pull weapons.
Yeah, I'm not trying. I'm putting everything I got into.
Like, you there, stop.
So from
Heavy
behind,
pressure.
the captain is judging who these people are and basically trying to figure out if they're friend or foe as you charge towards them with your weapons drawn. Okay, cool. So Toll, why don't you roll that? This is difficult mostly because you're running at people and trying to figure out who they are simultaneously. So I'm going to say it is a
3.
4 difficulty.
We're gonna derail the campaign. We're gonna kill
4.
these guys.
Yeah.
You can do it, man. I hit a 5.
Can I, for my associations, I can get bonus dice from them if I.
Yes, indeed. But the
Spend a
problem is you
charge,
don't know
right?
who they are. It's part of
Well,
the
all I
problem.
want to know is if they are or aren't Marquita Rue.
Okay, so
We
yeah,
don't-
you can use your Marquita Rue to make that easier.
So that costs a
Good
charge,
call.
though, right?
Yep. And then you
Yeah,
get those
that
2
stuff.
dice.
Okay.
He just brings up marquitarue.net.
You still wish you speak French?
Really want to learn French.
So pretty much you're looking
I'll
for
teach you.
telltale signs about what you know from the Marquita Rue. Holy crap.
Oh,
Nice.
Boom! Overcharge.
So yeah, you get to add a charge to your
you're like Sherlock Holmes right now.
reactor. And so you see these dudes and they're sitting there and they have some sort of they have a piece of cutting equipment and they're trying to cut away the door, and they are in outfits, like they're in a workers EVA suit kind of outfits, and they're pretty much wearing the same sort of stuff that reminds you of the shuttles you guys took. There's kind of green splash over top of it, but underneath that it's obviously a worker outfit used for underwater construction. And yes, they do totally mesh with the Marquita Rue people that you've met in this particular location.
Okay.
The arm band.
So I relay that to these are hostile targets. Treat them as hostile targets. Take them down.
Okay, are you guys just attacking these dudes? Because they're kind of turning towards you. Okay, how do you wish to do this? So we're talking a large room. So the region is basically the big cargo bay. About half of that would be a region. It's huge. And then there's kind of the area that they're in. So you guys one of you could jump into hand-to-hand combat with them if you wished, or you could just start shooting from where you are now. They will shoot back if you shoot at them, because they're turning to go, what? And they do have weapons. You see them on the ground next to them.
Weapons down. You're surrounded.
I think I'd be charging to engage as quick
Okay.
as possible.
So which order do we want to do this? Someone's going to try to intimidate them from the sounds of it. Someone else is trying to punch them.
Unless somebody stops me.
What do you want to do, Zatol?
Yeah, I was trying to think whether I should try to talk them down or try to hack them.
You whip out your keyboard.
Yeah, you've never played Shadowrun. That's what it's all about.
Decking.
Yeah, decking.
Deck the shit out of them.
Hack the planet, man.
Biospike.
Yeah, I think I'll try to hack them, I guess.
Zero cool.
Who wants to go first? The one with no cool or Punchy?
Crash and burn.
Well, we should. So we literally get to decide what happens first. Then.
Yeah. So the way the game works for initiative and stuff is
That's right.
it always goes standard actions, compelled actions, indirect actions,
Okay.
and all of those happen simultaneously. But that's the order we do them. You get to decide what order the standard actions happen in, which are your guys' chosen tasks. If you guys don't take into account certain things, they can become compelled actions. So if you shoot at them, they can obviously shoot back, so that's not taken into account by that. If you're in hand-to-hand combat with them, that doesn't matter. Their defense is built into that. Because if you miss in a hand-to-hand combat of any sort, they're like stabbing you back or punching you back, probably.
It's like exchange blows, staining
Yeah.
blows.
So when Zatol hacks them, can he disable their weapons through
For
hacking?
next, but it wouldn't happen until next round. Would anything?
But it would
take
affect our
into account.
decisions for our. See, that's why I'm confused. So
Okay.
You've asked us what we're doing, each of us what we're doing, and now what order that happens in. But it doesn't really matter what order it happens, since it all happens
because the coordinated actions are the only reason it really matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you say you and Noobie attack the same dude, this is, by the way, one stock character, but so you're both going to be attacking it, then you would get you're going to get advantage for
The
concentrating
guy.
your fire, which is coordinating your tasks. If you go first and then Noobie goes, he's going to get advantage, but you don't, and vice versa.
So whoever goes first.
If the tall goes in between and goes and tries to knock over or grab some cargo something or go through the door, that's not going to support your actions of fighty, and so you would all lose out on it because you had him go in between. So that's your kind of strategic maneuvering.
Okay. All right. So that's said then.
Yeah.
So I think Zatol should go first.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. So you're going to try to hack them. That's what I heard.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, they are checking. They are, they do have proper networks and all that sort of stuff. They have a comm system, some sort of, at least one of them has some sort of hand machine. They have personal networks, that sort of thing. They are what's considered RIM tech. There's 5 different tech levels, starting with primitive and ending with advanced, which is above core, so like crazy weird aliens or super scientists or something.
Super science.
You guys are core usually for most of your stuff.
Hardcore.
Core and RIM are pretty similar. They have all the same stuff, but there's a certain difference for certain things. So, anyways,
Like it.
yeah, you're gonna hack them, so you get 4 dice. The difficulty is so workers 3.
Easy.
These guys are actually biotech, but they still do have comm units, so.
One success.
Nice.
Okay. So you were trying to hack them as in take out their systems, which means basically damaging them. It's pretty much a different type of attack. So
Basically, yeah.
What we're looking at is your link. You used your development kit, right? Oh no, but you didn't use charge, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't use charge, no.
So if you did have, so you're going to do 2 damage, and then you get 1 because of the way we have a bracketed outcomes in this game. You always, if you roll a 1, you always start with 1 point of damage plus whatever your gear gives you. Plus, if you spend on, in this case, crash, you could do more damage.
Right. Which I would have to spend 2 charge to get 1.
Yeah,
point of
because you
damage.
don't actually have any crash.
Right. Got it.
So if you had, say, on, because we're interested today, roll a 3, you get a base of 3 damage. 2
So
is
one,
not a
one
base
success.
of
1 success or 2 successes would be 1 plus your.
2. Yeah, I've got to change this
kit.
because I hate how it calls them successes. I call them hits.
Hmm.
So any positive hits is a success, and a complete success requires 3.
Well, for my macro, I can change that real quick.
Oh, can you? Cool.
You put a die into code in real life.
That is super keen. Okay, so you are going to do 3 points of damage to these guys, which bypasses any sort of armor. So pretty much, you see one of the guys as he stands up, firing at. Are you attacking in hand to hand simultaneously with this, Audie?
Yeah, I'm going hand to hand.
So as you basically going hand to hand, you see one guy basically his systems are being shut down, and he's looking like he's getting shocked. He's basically disabled. One of the guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by hand to hand, I mean I'm using my power sword. What's it called? Yeah.
Your multi-tool.
Multi-tool, but there's a sword. I mean, multi-tool comes with the sword.
Yeah, the multi-tool, it can do a coherent pulse,
Like,
like series of pulses that just stay coherent, and you can use it like a sword or whatever.
we won't
Okay.
say lightsaber.
When you're using it as a sword, is it still a disruptor targeter?
Yes,
Part of
it still uses the same thing. It's just instead of shooting it at a distance and falling and using only one, it just fires a whole series and which dissipate at a certain height. So it just
It's a
discharges at a.
lightsaber.
Sorry.
It's a lightsaber.
Pretty much, it discharges every like second, so it goes. So there's always like something there.
That is so rad. I wonder what it would sound like.
It would probably make a bit of a buzzing sound, I suppose.
Yeah. A bit of a...
And would release some photons and such.
Right.
Okay.
Lots of photons. Eat my photons.
That's light, dude. That's light.
I know, right? Yes, it is.
At least it's low calories. Huh? Okay, cool. So, now we're all distracted by my awesome funny jokes. Who is next on this tour de force?
What are you doing, Nudib?
Nudib?
Yeah, what were you doing? You shouted about something about trying to intimidate them, and then everyone else attacked them first. So.
Zotal hacked them. I think that's cool. So I was gonna basically, try to just be big and scary and have my weapons pointed on them.
Puff yourself up.
Yeah, and like basically try to get them to surrender.
Shake keys.
Because we got the jump on them.
Okay. So did you want to go next, or did Audie want to go next? He was talking about stabbing dudes.
I think you should go. That would.
Yeah.
I think mine should be the last, honestly, but.
So are you trying to get them to surrender?
No, I think
sort of few of them, they might be more easily intimidated.
Yeah, I thought you were.
That's a good point. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, go in there, get that extra.
I was thinking
die.
I'm in the most immediate danger, so I should have them.
Yeah, no, you should attack. Get that extra die from them being hacked, and then.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
And then I'll get my die from the fact that, you're thrashing them.
Which I will.
Yeah, just don't screw it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
No pressure.
So
Did you hear
difficulty
that?
is still 3.
Still 3. Athletical. Melee. Advantage 3? What? Oh, that's difficulty. Oh, so I get 1 advantage from the... Right?
Yeah, you get 1 advantage, and you can use your tool. You can use charge to do a tool as well. So, are you using your multi-tools disruptor targeting? Wrong character.
Yes. It's gonna be funny when I just totally destroy them.
You're probably gonna destroy these dudes.
Yeah. Yes, I will. I'll use that charge.
So you get 2 more dice. You get a total of +3 advantage.
Okay. Three. And then difficulty 3, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So you charge that up, and yeah, that was a good time. So you're gonna do wow. Okay, so you're gonna do 3, 4, 5 damage.
Hmm?
So you basically are thrashing any of the armor that they have, and you stab a dude. And there's pretty much one guy left who doesn't look like he's about to be taken out by you.
Like bathe in the blood.
Pretty much. You guys are hitting these guys hard.
That's how we do it.
That's right.
Ah!
So yeah, I'll come out with my.
Do I get an extra charge for that?
Yes, you do.
Roll? Yeah, that's
If you would have one more success, like if that hadn't been a 1 that you had rolled, you would have got 2 charge. Because that would be a double critical.
That would be overcharge. I'm okay. I'll just leave it there. I beat him up enough.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna come out and shoot the last guy.
I thought I thought you were gonna try to tell us.
This is the quickest way to get him to surrender. I
Okay,
don't actually
so
have.
did he
I don't
change
have
his
any.
mind?
I don't have any skill in intimidation other than showing him just how deadly I am with this pulse projector.
Okay.
So with my away weaponry.
So
Okay.
we can change our mind between whatever happens.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you're saying like, don't stop, surrender while you shoot them, right?
Don't stop. So you guys just come in. You
Stop,
hit them
bro.
real hard while
Surrender.
shouting for them to
Put your
surrender.
weapons down.
And
Yeah,
let's
well,
see
I
what
mean-
happens.
Dude, you're not from Canada. You're American. Totally right.
Oh, this is where Canadians get their violence.
We're hunting, right? This is hunting.
Yeah, hunting. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm not gonna like blow any charge or anything on him.
Okay, so it's 3 difficulty.
I get 1 advantage for the fact that
Fact that they're being murdered and
Yeah.
hacked. Yes, for the murder beforehand, you get 1 charge. Okay, so you guys just charge in and you just boom. You hit these guys real hard. The guy goes and you stab them and you're shooting them and
drop your weapons.
and you have to defend. Oh, you already defended yourself with a hand to hand, so that's it. They're done. They're on the ground. There's a cutting torch sitting there, and there's 3 dudes totally disabled, knocked down.
Didn't do anything to us. She's just
Nope.
trying to fix the place.
Captain said they're Marquis de Roux, right?
Yeah, it's your fault, Captain. That's
Yes, you can see
Their
baguettes
their
everywhere.
appearance.
I don't
Their
know. I'm feeling
appearance
kind
is
of
consistent with the
Yeah.
members of the Marquis.
I'm feeling kind of weird ever
Good.
since I was in that reactor room. Something about that just makes me crazy.
There you go.
So yeah, what is the condition of them? Are they
They're dead, dude.
all 3 dead? Okay.
Bagged and tagged, sir.
I searched that. I immediately look for gold teeth. No, I mean, like, search their pockets and stuff.
Yeah, well, you guys can salvage them if you wish, or you can head along.
Let's bring them back to
It's
life.
gonna take like
and then
15
kill them
minutes
again.
for you to
Yeah.
salvage them.
Let's get them at the end of it.
Yeah, we don't need to salvage right now. I mean, once they're dead, is there any? Can I try to hack any useful information out of their
Yeah,
systems?
you can totally do
Hold
that.
on.
Let's-
Wait just a second here. What the fuck were they doing? Why are they welding something?
I think they were trying to break into the next section.
They're trying to
Okay.
steal the collection.
Am I reading that right?
Yeah, it's could
They were
be.
trying to cut their way through, can we tell?
Oh yes, you can kind of. I mean, really, obviously, Audie, you can tell that they were cutting through the door.
Okay.
So the question is, like, is there another group who looped around the other way doing the same thing over there?
No.
I'm
Well, they
sure
have to
there's
go-
nobody
they have to
else
go-
here at all,
Little-
and you're totally safe in every way. And that this couldn't possibly be
Yep.
like a really easy
We win!
encounter for no
We
reason
won, guys.
at all.
Miller time.
I mean, I could try to scan over to the other side.
It's pretty
hard.
far.
That's a
Yeah.
long way away.
And on the
Um,
other side of like a giant spire and stuff. Like this place is a large horseshoe shape, like this, like the standard horseshoe science fiction base that's wrapped around this spire, which is represented in our beautiful map in green.
Yeah, but I could reflect my scanning.
Sure, that's all what makes it more difficult. You can totally do all of those things. It's just all the things. that
How
make it
long
difficult.
would it take for me to try to hack into their systems? And
It would
get
be
into it?
pretty quick. You can totally
Alright.
do that.
Let's start with that then. I'll do that.
Okay, I guess you could do it that way.
So
I was gonna
in
open
general,
doors.
we can do this as a little bit of an investigation project if we want. So they're milestone projects. You have to fulfill a certain number of milestones, and then I give you like a bunch of info. So
what did the what
that means
what
you
is
can
this-
do multiple things to do this investigation.
Like each of us would do a thing, or
A certain number of things based on how successful you are. If you get all the milestones in the first thing, you don't necessarily all have to do different station, but you can all take different stations to determine what you want to do. And then, do you understand? Am I making sense?
Yeah, I think we did this before.
You did this with some other thing, but you haven't really done it with investigation in the same way. So this is a pretty simple one. So it's only 3 milestones. So pretty much if you fail, something bad usually happens, but you get 1 milestone. And then if you can get up to 3 milestones, depending on how successful you are.
Cool.
So a fail or a consequent or any sort of failure, you get 1 milestone. Any sort of success, you get 2 milestones, and then a complete success, you get 3. And then you charge as usual.
So we can't fail.
No, you can't really fail in projects. You just can get interrupted when
Right.
you get a consequence result and terrible things happen. You're being interrupted.
Right. All right. So how can I help with this?
Well, there's the room as I said it. There's guys lying on the ground. They're dressed in these construction-style EVA suits and outfits. They have comm units and pans with a certain amount of memory, so that can also that's what he's talking about dealing with research hacking wise data dumps. There's their tools. There's all the evidence of what they're doing. You could recreate that in various ways. So the different types of stations that you can take up are ones like, well, I won't talk about forensic accounting, sometimes that's useful, but like biochemistry stuff. I haven't named these ones yet. It's still in process. Next thing I'm working on. But you can even do like gravitational wave forensics, where you try to analyze space-time to see what's happened here recently.
Right.
You could try to, if you're actually seeing people, you can analyze how they're relating to each other with politic and determine what they're doing.
These are all things I'm terrible at.
Any CSI
Yep.
kind of things. Interview
Saying.
people, but they're kind of dead.
What he was asking was, how can I pilot around them?
How can I do something here is what I meant.
Okay.
My
So
emphasis
instead
to be
of giving
on.
you the big list of different types of stations,
Yeah.
which is
You
only
should look at my
half
character
the
sheet and see that I'm terrible.
I'll look at
this
your
stuff.
character sheet and tell you how you can suck at this. I mean, what?
Just how do I use my pilot skill to
Yeah.
study the bodies?
Can I shoot my way through this?
No, not very easily.
Ram them.
You could probably... You could look for evidence.
I'm good at looking.
Yeah, you got the perception.
Yeah, you're the sensor
You
analyst.
you Sherlock Holmes it.
All right.
So the sensor analyst is like basically a station for this, and that's actually your station on the ship. And basically what you're going to do is look for all the evidence. You're the guy who goes around and puts little tiny signs on the ground, or in this case probably holographic projections, AR stuff over.
AR signs.
Yeah, and pointing out every little thing that they've done, how they moved around, where they sat for lunch, everything
No,
they've done in the last
I'm going
5
to recreate
hours.
the scene with the Division style animations with audio and video.
That's pretty much what you're trying to do, sort of. I mean, if you wanted to really do that, it would probably be field dynamics, but you're basically pointing out scuffs of shoes and where they moved and what they were doing, what happened here before that, and what was ruined and that sort of thing.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, so investigation. How do I do the difficulty for that? Okay, yeah, that's all. Okay, so it depends on how like old and a variety of things like that the tasks are right now. I'm tweaking this a little, so we'll play it by run. So who's going first? Oh, Adi, what did you want to do? You have any idea what sort of station you would take in this situation? No doctors in this group at all. It's terrible, that sort of thing.
I'm as close as we have to a doctor.
I was thinking about actually putting it in medical, and that's when I thought, like, well, I don't know why I would all of a sudden know anything about anything medical, because I'd never thought I would.
Yeah, and you still wouldn't get you better at it than me, I don't think.
You could do
I guess
material forensics position.
Okay.
Because you are good at mechatronics, you could analyze like all the stuff that they were trying to do and sort of things like that. This is pretty easy. It might be basically succeeded on whoever rolls first.
Right. Okay.
Because this is not exactly a complex scene of the crime.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So that's material science, you say?
Yes. So who wants to go first? So Toll, you're the first who brought this up. I just brought the extra complication into it by saying we can do it this way.
Go, Captain, go.
I can go first.
Yeah. So you're pretty much trying to do a data dump, is what I understood.
Yeah, I guess so.
So what you're doing there is you're trying to basically brute force, like, hack and drain their stuff. Their links are equivalent. These would be their comm units and hand computers that are all networked together. You're going to basically dump all the data out of there and try to sort through it.
You're a wizard, basically.
So you're trying to smash into that and grab all the info. Is what you're doing now. So that's a hacking task.
I think I'll go ahead and spend a charge on it. Seems worth it. I don't know.
And this is pretty basic gear, so it is. Unfortunately, I have to use. 1 second, I have to use a different list. Whenever things are done, you guys always move on to things that aren't done. It's great.
PC's always find the stuff that you're not ready for.
No, I actually have 2 projects left to finish, and then it'll be good. It's just this is one of them. Okay, so 4 difficulty. Okay.
And they're hits, not successes.
There you go. Look at that.
Yes,
It's beautiful.
How do you do that where it has the perform task thing?
Oh, that's because
I made a macro.
So he's got a macro for it, the perform task thing, and we'll see if it's.
I can copy and paste it, and you can.
I have one in there that's a perform task thing. You just have to use it on the bottom of the page.
Oh.
That's the one that you were updating. He's just made his own, which is why it's got updates.
Mm.
The thing is, the ones I put on the sheet don't have that because sheet rolls work a little differently, so formatting them is slightly more complex.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I like pushing the button on the sheet anyway.
Okay, it's cool. I can... Yeah. Anywho, so, as you're all spreading out and looking around, you basically dump all the info off their systems and probably figure out everything you need to know necessarily, which is enough to complete all the milestones of the investigation. So, I'll see if I have to change all of these. But anyways, so you dump all the info from their system and you find, what do you find out? So you've got orders. You get a whole series of text messages back and forth. Some vocal comms logs. It sounds very kind of people playing it military, a little more than military. Except the commander, who they're calling her Marlin.
Marlin.
Like the fish.
Oh yeah, because we're underwater.
And
Right.
there's a lot of orders about pretty much get through the door. We've got this side covered. There's a whole bizarre scuttle where you find it basically. There's just a ton of info from like everything they've done so far. Like there's not a lot of info from before. There's like they grabbed these comms just for this mission, or they're completely wiped all the data, or whatever. It was just gone. At least that's what you got. And they came in on shuttles. Other shuttles went to circle around and guard the facility, and they captured all the scientists. And then they lost several of their people, and their shuttles were released from the ready room, and there was a running bit of a gunfight. Went through the biolabs, and they all escaped to the collector's rig.
The scientists?
The scientists and facility people that they had cornered went in there. There was, when they actually found one or two of the people, from the ready room, or that had been supposed to be guarding the sub, like the soldiers that were supposed to be guarding the sub and stuff, they were like murdered really kind of terribly. Like they were drugged with something and then like beaten on and carved up. It was really creepy. And so there's a lot of like chatter about like who the fuck would do this? What the hell's going on? Why the hell are they doing this sort of thing? That sort of thing. There's some sort of psycho here. Conversations going back and forth. And these guys were basically carving at this door while the other group was guarding the outside of the other one. They were kind of hoping that they would hear them and move through where they have the majority of their guys on the other side.
So we'll cut through here. That'll drive the scientists into the trap at the other end.
Yeah, they were hoping for that.
Right.
There's actually at least one group of soldiers who keep saying, "Yeah, right, that's not going to happen," kind of thing. Like that's just, you guys aren't soldiers, you don't get it. No, they're just going to stay in their hole. They might move into the temple. We need to get in there fast, cut faster, don't make extra noise, stop shouting like you're soldiers and you have a million guys. That's not going to work. So there's also a lot of bickering about that. So
do we have
you get that much info. Like, you know how I just overwhelmed you with a bunch of shit you didn't care about?
That was fantastic. Do we have any kind of a count on how many guys are at the other end?
That information doesn't seem to be like on their system. Like they don't. These guys aren't in charge of anything, so they don't have exact numbers. There's messages back and forth, but it seems to be only with like a sergeant. So
we have the people who are talking, so that gives us like it's at least this many plus whoever.
Yeah. So there's at least because of the way they're referring to people, you rolled pretty good. The way they're referring to people is at least a commander and at least 6 more guys, maybe more.
Yeah, who knows how many more. Okay, that's something.
You know that there's at least one group of soldiers who weren't as ready with only their sergeant talked, and then the other guys are just maybe some guys like these guys who are pretty soft. And there's comments about them being brought here to do brute work, and because they know cutting things, that's why they had to cut the door, not shoot people. That sort of conversation is going on.
Well, that's still a lot of guys to take out. It'd be nice if we could contact the scientists who've barricaded themselves in and coordinate with them.
You could try. If they have comms units that are still in, but did you find comms units in the office that had been taken away from them?
Mm-hmm.
You found a data piece, but I don't know if you found that or not. One or two of them might have something you don't know. You could try.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even if they had stuff taken away, we might as well try because they might have something.
Yeah, because you don't know them. Like, you don't have their phone number, pretty much. You don't have their text message channel. You will have to do basically a general trace to try to find them. They're not necessarily trying to hide, but they might be trying not to talk to the people on the other side or whatever. They don't know who you are. Or you could just cut through this door. But who knows? Maybe the plan that the workers wanted would work, and they'll just run into the ambush.
Yeah, I mean, if they've kept themselves safe for now, I don't want to do anything to,
ruin that.
Yeah.
They might have guns.
Yeah. I will try to trace their do a trace of
their comm systems. Yeah.
I guess the collector rig area for any comm systems in there.
Yeah. So what it is the cargo bay is at least the size of like a starship kind of thing. It's quite large. Or it basically means the collector rig's outside that, so it's tachyon range. So the problem is you're basically searching the planet in a lot of ways. But you have a general idea where it is, so you get a little bit, so it is possible. It's not going to be that difficult. So you're basically trying to do a hard task, 4 difficulty, to just try to find someone in that general vicinity.
I will spend a charge again. Wait, I think. What would this be? Would this be my comm browser?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
And you're doing a... this would be an interface task, I think. Oh, no, it's a trace task. Sorry. Inscription trace. Yep. So that's 3 dice there. And then if you use your comm browser, 2 advantage. And the difficulty's 4. Okay.
We haven't rolled any negative tonight.
So
you had to point it out.
It's coming.
You do discover
Sorry.
a couple pans, a couple personal area networks in the collector rig area. And so basically they would appear on your little map. I will get one of those on the system soon. And so you can actually, you can do whatever you want. What do you want? You're going to try to contact them?
Yeah.
Hack them? Okay, so you contact them. Which one? There's at least 2 that are accessible to you.
Any difference between them?
What did you roll? 1? You can tell that they're there. You can't really tell who they are. You didn't get any info out of them. You can just tell that they're there. You managed to detect it.
Whichever one I detected first.
Okay. So, so you contact... Yeah, okay, cool. Let me see who it is. Okay, so you ping over, and you get a message. You have message back, and it's a Dr. Abel Tekawere, who was the first office that you had to break into. And that is... Remember, that was the one that was a...
Septox.
Septox, like you.
Yeah. I broke all of his personal stuff. Don't tell me.
Yeah, you saw his outfit. You remember seeing all those pictures of his family and stuff, and some desert and stuff. And... Anyways,
that's right.
So, yes. You basically get a picture pop up, and you see this, like, who's this? We're not surrendering. The XMI will be here soon. You better leave.
XMI is here. We're with XMI.
He looks. Do you ping him your info, like who you are?
Yeah.
He says, they said free spaces? God, where the hell are you? How much trouble were we in?
Well, less than you were for now. They were trying to cut through the, I don't know, west, we'll say, cargo door. The rest of them are holed up in the east.
Oh my god. You hear this like muffling, and you pretty much hear, I told you we shouldn't go out the other way. Just because there's no noise doesn't mean they're not out there. Mm-hmm. Anyways.
We could continue to... I don't know if you can open the door on this end and we can get you out with us, or...
They look around. You can see him looking around, and he's talking to other people. He keeps kind of muting. And,
just order him.
He's like, fine, but... Fine, I'll be there in a second. And so you hear some sound.
Captain, we need to find out what these guys were after here, too.
And as doors open and close. And so basically... The door that they're trying to open is the airlock. And you see that airlock open. And after a few seconds, you can see the cycling thing. It's all mentioned. Like, there's like a bio readout for the airlock on the door. And you see a light come on, and then it cycles, and then the door opens, and you see a Septox with kind of... purple skin, basically standing there, looking at you, kind of nervously.
She's beautiful.
And he's just kind of looking at you guys, going, "Okay, yeah, it's tan with purple highlights on the skin. Sorry, not purple. Anyways, I described it differently.
Sexy.
So wearing like a lab suit, similar to the one you actually saw, like in some of the pictures, and pretty much you can tell it's them. And he's just standing there going, "Were you coming?"
Chap, what did we do?
So how many of them are there?
There's only one person standing here in front of you.
Let's go.
And they look like they expect you to come inside with them. Into the airlock.
Okay. Yeah. I see. Okay, sure.
I start walking inside.
So as soon as you all enter, they shut down the airlock, shut the airlock door, the airlock cycles, and then you head out. And once you exit this room, you see this. You walk through this green, and it curves at an angle as it moves up towards this large room with like windows like this. It's all green, and it's all connected. The collector rig that you're seeing is all connected around this huge alien spire that you can see much closer up than you could from the offices. And it kind of glows in parts with kind of almost like ruins and stuff. It's like a really tall, slender like pyramid or something.
Cool.
Like
an
spire.
obelisk, kind of?
Yeah, almost like an obelisk, except kind of like a twisted, kind of pointy obelisk.
What does it smell like in here?
It smells like sulfur in the ocean, because you're basically looking out these green windows into the ocean beyond. And as you walk, Dr. Tekawera looks at you guys and goes, "I'm glad you're here. We have a bit of a problem, as you can see."
With a problem with us? A problem, or just a...
He looks at you and goes, "A problem? We were attacked. We have no idea what's going on outside this."
A lot of facilities have been attacked. Most facilities.
Did they get the temple mine?
These are, this is a terrorist group, basically.
Yes.
Marquita Rue.
Yes, they introduced themselves.
Okay.
They had us prisoner. I don't know how we got out of there, but all of a sudden everyone was running. We just ran, went through the biolabs. I don't know what they did, but there was these bodies in the suites. It was terrible.
Bodies?
Do you know who wrote the messages on the walls of? Did we have the name on the? What was the name on the room in the suite?
Yeah, you have that guy's name. His name is Dr. Mathis Tour.
Is Dr. Mathis?
Is Dr. Mathis Tour still among you? Did he make it? Here?
He should be right up ahead. I'll introduce you if you wish. Why?
Why, Captain?
We just have some questions for him.
Okay.
It's on a need-to-know basis.
The biggest problem is, like, I would have brought everybody down. Well, we could all just try to escape right now, but then we'd be leaving the facility to these fucking terrorists. It seems like a bad idea to me. I mean, we've been making some interesting breakthroughs lately.
Yeah. Do you know why they're interested in this facility?
Well, this is pretty much our primary facility on studying these ancient aliens. I don't know.
Do you think there's something specific here that they're after, or just in general they're looking to?
Well, this is where most of the stuff from the other facility came.
Okay.
Can I send the captain a ping, like a PM, so nobody else hears?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I send you a ping saying, do we need to? Is it part of our contract that we need to liberate this facility, or we just?
That is not what we're contracted to do, but.
Right. So.
You're contracted to investigate what's going on at this facility and determine where the where they are coming from.
Really, ultimately, we're supposed to find their base, not protect
So
our
why are we listening to them right now?
Well, right now, we're going to tell them whatever they want to hear because we want to pump them for whatever information they have.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna. No, actually, we're just gonna leave you all here to die. But answer all my questions first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, as you guys have this quick personal message conversation, and he's basically telling you about that they were really scared and that they were pretty sure they were going to get in anytime soon. And thanks.
And I'm telling them, what a great, brave job they've done, holding them off as well as they have so far.
The company will be proud.
Yeah. Okay, so.
But yeah, I want to talk to the guy with the creepy scrawls all over his office walls.
Don't say that.
No, I'm not saying that out loud.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, so as you get up towards the airlock, you hear this large sound, like kind of like the airlock sounds, but it sounds like a release, and you notice this spire releases from the temple, and he looks over and goes, "Oh shit! What the hell's going on?" And you see this big bloom of yellow air, and the end just kind of float down like this. He's like,
"Is that bad?
Has they got what's going on?" And so he rushes into the airlock and starts the cycle process as soon as you guys get in.
Are we gonna die?
So it's not supposed to do that?
He's like, I don't know why you'd release the airlock, the access way from the pillar.
Who did?
Like,
where are the controls that would to do that?
Well, they're local, of course. I mean, they're mechanical. Okay. They weren't supposed to be released except in emergency. There are emergency releases.
Can we?
I think
let's get to the controls for the other one as quickly as possible, in case someone's trying to do both.
Okay, so as you're waiting for the airlock to cycle, it's
start hacking shit.
He's like,
I can't hack airlocks to cycle faster. I don't think.
The airlock, he basically explains to you really quickly, it's a part of the process they're going to make sure they don't get, like, contaminants in. So basically these are contaminant airlocks, right? They don't want to contaminate the spire and that sort of thing. So it's pretty quick. And as you enter the collector's rig, and you see on the left, on your left side, there's these huge curved windows that move up. And there's, like, in front of you, this barricade and a big store that's been welded shut, airlock that's been welded shut on that side, and you see there's no one here.
Is there supposed to be? Is there supposed to be someone here, Doctor?
He looks around and goes, "Where the hell are they?"
Shit. The other side got through. I bet you.
They went to the spire.
Why the hell would they do that?
They're insane.
So he starts rushing towards the access way, and it looks pretty much like the access way you just used, because he has to go past the one, so he rushes all the way down to the end. He looks.
No, wait, no.
There is a worker on the other side that you can see down through the line that is working on something.
Oh, I shoot him.
You can't really shoot him very easily. You see him through a window of this airlock going down into the access way. On the other side of an airlock, on a window, you see a worker working on something. And he's like, do you think he's going to release this the access way?
Dude, how do you stop? How can we get to this dude?
Yeah, is there any way to stop him from doing that?
Hack his shit.
It's mechanical. It would be pretty difficult. You could probably try to shoot him from... See, the problem is it's on the outside of, like, 2 layers of glass in a big pile of ocean.
Can you remotely pilot the ship over?
Yeah, I don't know if you have time for that. You guys could try to get into the airlock and cycle it, and you could mechanically audit so it doesn't bother cycling and just open the other door.
I use an alternating wave frequency on my pulse pistol.
Oh, stop it.
It ignores the glass, exactly that frequency.
I'll ignore your glass. You glass.
Fine.
So, like, Adi, you could probably just disable this airlock door to open it without cycling any air at all.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
That sounds stupid.
It does sound stupid.
My idea was way cooler.
Sure.
I do.
You probably have to do this twice, though.
What?
Yeah, you got to do this door and then the door at the other end. But yeah,
Yes. And what you're trying to do is
Why?
time here. It's all about time.
it's about getting to this guy quick enough before.
So it is 4 difficulty to do this.
So that would be
I think it does make sense for Udib to maybe pilot the ship. Oh, is there a place for the ship to dock over here now?
I'm talking ramming that.
The thing that you want to walk through? That seems like a terrible idea, but
I think we're trying to protect. That,
yes,
yeah,
you could
and
try to pilot
Spire.
the Auspicious to dock with the earlier port that the other thing had on it, if you wish.
Yeah, I mean, if this thing gets released, then that would be our only way to get across and stop whatever's going on over there.
All right,
Which
I'll get on that.
Well, you could also jump through the water to get there.
That sounds terrible.
that
sounds like
I mean,
stupid idea.
What does that mean?
I mean, the pressure's pretty high, but it is just, the standard swimming sulfuric acid or whatever.
Doesn't your suit have pressure?
Yeah, I'd be fine in it, but I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I have a pressure shell too.
Sharks.
Go.
Our people basically look like bait.
Time to be a hero. Time to be a hero. Come on. This is what we're here for.
Okay, so who's doing what now?
You were the one who was just pointing out this isn't what we're here for, that we're just supposed to gather info.
All right, you want me to do something stupid? All right.
I don't want to die.
Let's do something stupid.
Okay, what are you doing? I thought you were originally going to try to keep the door from cycling.
Adi's getting the doors open.
Yeah, we should maximize our opportunity by each doing something that could possibly lead to success.
Right.
Yeah, well, you can do something while he tries to deal with the door, if you want. Like, you could pilot the ship over there while he deals with the door, if you want. But the problem is, then it would either be on the collector's rig, which you can't put it on the collector's rig. It'd be really hard. You could put it at the end of, because what you got is this big, basically, tube, right? Hanging from the collector's rig, and it used to be attached to the spire. So you could attach your ship to the spire, where there is a docking ring, or you could attach your ship to the end of this tube, which you could jump down and get into your ship, but then you wouldn't be attached to the spire, and you'd have to do that separately.
Captain?
Attaching it to the spire is easier than attaching it to a end of a moving tube that's flapping around in the water.
Attaching it to the spire doesn't do anything for us because we're not in the spire. So attach to the tube, and then we would detach from the tube. Once we get in the ship, we would use it to get us to the spire.
Okay.
Is the idea.
Dude,
It's our backup plan anyway. Hopefully, Adi's going to get these doors open and we're going to rush through.
Okay, so are you flying the ship now while he does this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably
because
fast.
we don't know. We just don't know what they're doing over there, so we don't want to give them any extra time to do whatever it is.
Okay, it's a bit of a stunt because this thing's flapping around. So first, Adi, why don't you do the cut? Why don't you try to get this door not to close so you can just go right through right now?
Okay, so mechanics.
Yep. So you're basically manually reopening the door on this, and did I tell you the difficulty already?
I believe not.
Okay. The problem is it's an airlock door. Normally this would be quite easy, but it's 5 difficulty, I think, because it's an airlock door.
Okay, I will.
They're not supposed to get screwed up and, murder everyone.
I will burn luck for this. I mean, charge.
Okay. So you can use your multi-tool utility manipulator.
Ooh, I don't think I have. Wait, don't I? I should. Yeah, okay. So I get 2? 1?
You get 1.
Oh, I got 1. Okay, advantage me, and then difficulty is 5, say?
My difficulty's 5, yeah.
I'm gonna fuck this up. Oh, not too.
Okay.
Nullified. That is too bad. I'm really good at that too.
Yeah, so
good thing we had a backup plan, I guess.
Yeah.
Good job, Captain.
Very
I'd like to point
interesting.
out that he owns the ship. He's the captain of the ship, but he's not my boss. That's what I'm saying.
Well, meanwhile, I'm looking at you going like, is our human going to go crazy and kill everyone?
I think that's a trait of theirs.
I'm trying to help you.
Historically speaking.
Historically, humans are insane. It's true.
So, should I roll my piloting?
Okay, so let me describe what happens here first. So he attempts to keep this door. He attempts to open the door right away, and it works fine. But because the tubes are actually kept at a lower pressure than the regular room, like you move through a lower pressure area, but you didn't notice because you cycled the airlock.
So our eardrums explode.
Basically, everybody who's standing here, pretty much in the entire collector's rig, has to deal with decompression.
Not me.
Yeah, you're there.
I'm in an EVA suit with a pressure.
Yep. Still have to roll.
Brown note.
The pressure shell is basically armor that can deal with pressure issues. So everybody has to roll against a 3 difficulty pressure issue.
Okay, so what roll is that?
Okay, so that is a fitness roll.
Fitness. Hey.
Endurance.
Sweet.
And you are using you use your shields for this. Kinetic deflector.
I don't have kinetic
deflector.
Yep. It's not a high energy discharge or something.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I don't have any of that.
Okay.
But you got a hella endurance and fitness skill, so.
Yeah. So the pressure shell doesn't add to it at all?
No, you can use
That'll
if you
be
take
armor
damage,
if you
take
fail.
damage to that.
Oh. All right.
So
cool.
basically it crushes the pressure in your ship suit instead of you.
Cool, I got a success.
Oh, how what's the difficulty again? 3?
3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it tall?
I rolled.
Oh, you got 1 success too. Okay, so
Yeah, the guys who have the pressure shell armor succeeded.
That makes sense.
and the guy who doesn't
Failed.
I take a dump in my suit is what happens.
No, you're supposed to, you were so close to having the perfect line there. I'm so disappointed in you.
It was squeezed out of you.
You were supposed to say
Yeah.
you crushed it. You almost said it, and then you changed the word at the last minute. I was very disappointed. It was sad. So you are taking 3 kinetic damage, and regular armor won't soak it. So,
I don't have any regular armor anyway.
It goes onto your resilience condition slot.
Our human.
Where is that? I don't even know where.
Condition slots right below your link, next to your augmentations.
Get a new one.
Oh, help me out
So you're
here.
basically. I don't know how much more I can help you out, man.
So augmentation.
Next to that, something called condition slots is
There you go. Okay, I
resilience
see it.
5, disadvantage. You're basically marking that.
Okay. Oh.
And it turned into a die because now everything's 1 die harder.
Oof, handy.
So basically, you're standing there as the door opens. Everyone braces, and your ears pop. Literally, you hear ringing, and you fall to the ground, and it hurts like a son of a bitch.
Hey, I hear screaming. Do you hear that, Captain?
Worst idea. It was a good
So
idea.
yes, your human's on the ground screaming as his ears just popped as he jammed open the door, and the scientist is like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Again, why are we doing this?
You did it.
I suspect it's coming up more like, "Why are we doing this? Why? Why?" As he's rolling on the
go
ground,
home.
trying not to die.
Go.
How long does it take to treat him?
You do not have time to do that if you want to make it before this guy does this.
Might
You were in a
be-
rush. You don't stop and
Yeah.
do
How
magical
about I
streaks.
Just
Oh,
ask.
stand up.
I wasn't going to do it. I was just curious.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
you could patch someone in a round, but you can either run or you could patch him. He
No,
can get
go.
up and start to run. You can just like grab him by the scruff and go, "Let's go, move it."
Grab him and throw him at the other door.
Yeah,
Like,
do this
"All
one
right,
this
open
time.
this."
I move at a door.
Better this time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Do it
so you
again.
guys rush down there, running down this thing, and it's down, and yeah, you feel real dizzy,
did it.
and then there's another door in front of you, and your boss is pointing at you, and you're getting messages telling you to open the door, I guess. You can't hear anything, but fortunately you don't need to with the technology you have nowadays.
Hmm.
Or maybe you do, because, you know, that's why you're getting a negative die. You blew out your eardrums.
Yeah. It's like Saving Private Ryan. That moment, it's like
Pretty much, but it's forever. If you were in real life, you just would not have eardrums anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I could be able to stand like for a while.
Yeah, that's why you were kind of like grabbed and you're rushing
Yeah.
around, and Dell's like, "Keep moving, pump your legs,"
I'm like,
and all that
drunk.
stuff. And there's a door in front of you, and you can do this again. Maybe you'll roll better this time.
How to die harder. You want me to do it again? Okay, I'll do it again.
Yeah. So basically,
Right.
if you fail this time, the door will be released probably.
Want me to do it again, Captain? Captain.
Well,
on
you're
my
now
captain.
down at the end of the hallway, so you probably want to do this again.
There's nowhere else to go, so
Okay.
nobody else can do it.
All right.
I mean, there's this super creepy monster human on the other side. Why wouldn't they want to open the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm burning another one. Should I burn 2?
Burn it. Burn,
Okay.
baby, burn. Down with the government.
Okay. 2. And it's again a 5. What was it again?
Yeah, it was a 5 difficulty.
Okay.
But you're hurt, so now it's a 6.
Oh.
Yeah, roll one more 6-sided die for me. Because you're hurt. You forgot about your disadvantage.
How do I roll
Sorry.
1 6-sided die? Macro.
Slash roll.
Hmm?
Just slash roll 1d6.
Gotcha. Forward slash.
I forget which slash it is.
It's the one where your pinky goes.
Is there any spaces in it, or
Just
Doesn't-
slash roll 1d6.
okay? I've never done it. Unrecognized command.
Yeah, it's a forward slash roll
That's a forward slash.
1d6.
Didn't I do a forward slash?
I don't know. I didn't see anything pop up
No.
at all.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. Okay, so that's even worse.
Hmm.
Okay, cool.
Great.
Um,
Wonderful. Just burn it to the ground.
Okay, so you get -1.
Mmm. Feels good. Feels
Okay.
It opens
So-
and then closes, and then opens and closes again on you.
So the door doesn't open,
Mm-hmm.
but the tube, the access way releases from the spire, and you start to. Everyone feels the sensation of falling, but fortunately you're underwater, so you don't fall quickly. You just fall. But because you didn't roll a -3, or high enough that my whole 2 dice now, because that's what you gave me, didn't give me enough to move that to a +3, you didn't open the door. Because that would have been the worst case scenario. You opened both doors, right? And the water would be
That would have
coming
been
in.
bad, yeah.
Yeah, so now you're
Tube.
floating down here, and you're all being just pulled down to the end, and
Well, that's nice.
you're basically on the end of like pretty much a cat toy floating underwater.
Great.
Yay! So let's all. I think that's a good place. I don't want to leave it hanging or anything, but I think I will, and we'll take a break. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
good.
See you
Think about
guys
my choices in
at.
Did we get dice back for that pun? I think we should get dice back for pun.
No, I actually get dice for every pun I make that's
He gets
successful.
dice.
Oh.
There you go,
All
50 pun dice.
All right. So back when?
20 after?
All right.
Sure.
20 after 8? Or whatever time it is in your local time zone. Talk to you soon.